Hey everybody, it's me again. Final examples of the semester in the packet. Very exciting. This is a contingency table, so let's make a note of that. I don't even need to read the problem to see that these are tables that we've seen forever, right? These were in Unit 1, these are in Unit 2, and finally, this is the way we would show independence in Unit 3. So because this is a contingency table, this is a chi-squared test for, wow, if I could spell it, that would be helpful, for independence. My pen is slower than I'm writing. Sorry, guys. The chi-squared test for independence, okay? So what we have here are values that we're going to need to go ahead and put into our calculator in the matrix feature, and we're going to end up putting this little chart right here, basically all the values minus the words, right, into the matrix, and we're going to run the test, the chi-squared test on that matrix itself. Now, lucky everybody, this is a chi-squared test that we all have access to on our calculator. So this is not something that some of the old calculator people are going to have to do something differently. This is something where we all thankfully get to do the exact same thing, okay? So here's how this is going to work for us. Whoops. Here's how we're going to go ahead and get through this. We read the problem and figure out what are the two variables we're trying to show are or are not independent. We set up our hypotheses, and then we gravitate straight to technology and allow it to compute these values for us. So this says, does the desire to participate in a class project relate to a child's academic achievement? A sample of third graders was asked if they wanted to participate in the science project program. So it says, desire to participate relate in their academic achievement. Okay, so then you can also find those same two variables listed in our table right here. That means that we are trying to decide if those two variables are or are not independent. So our assumption is that academic standing and desire to participate are independent, right? They are not related. That's what independent means. Our alternative states that they are in fact related. They are dependent, right? So we phrase it as the opposite of what the statement we just made, right? So we just negate it. Academic standing and desire to participate are not independent. Okay, so we just negate the statement and we go from there. Now, everybody has the chi-squared test in their calculator, but before we go to that feature, we actually all want to make sure we go to the matrix feature. So we want to hit second and then the button that looks like x to the negative 1, it's like x inverse. This takes you to your matrix menu. You'll then arrow right to where it says edit, and then make sure you hit enter at matrix A. The trick here is that we need to know how many rows and how many columns this is to be able to tell your calculator in the matrix feature what size to make. So in this case, this has 3 rows of numbers and 2 columns. So the first thing in the edit feature is that you'll want to change it to 3 rows and 2 columns. And then you'll fill it in row by row like this, 17, 9, 14, 3, and 22, and 5. And this is where matrix A is. So what we all do together, once we've got matrix A in the calculator, is we run a chi-squared test where the observed says A, expected will be filled in for us in matrix B, and we literally just hit calculate. This is my favorite test because you guys feel super confident about it. We end up right away getting chi-squared, right? Chi-squared is 5.314, and our p-value is 0.0702. I did give an alpha. That is larger than alpha is 0.05, so we would fail to reject the null. So in this case, we again don't have evidence to show the alternative. So let's write that out in words. There is not enough evidence to show, and then I'm going to rewrite my alternative again, academic standing and desire to participate and I'm going to use that same language, are not independent. So what we are saying basically, so not enough evidence to show they're not independent, right? Would be like not enough evidence to show they're dependent. Okay? If we have any questions, we're going to do more on the second example, and we're going to check the conditions there too. So maybe that'll help you out. Let me know if you have any questions via the comments feature below.